Pleased to meet you. It's Amy, isn't it? Yeah, I'm Amina. So how long have you been Muslim? 4 weeks. Oh, right, new. Oh, that is
I know. Yeah, so it's all a bit sort of scary.
Everything's really new.
Yeah, it's like...
What do your family think about it?
They don't know yet. That's the next scary bit.
What are they like? What kind of background do you come from?
Where I live at home, no Muslims at all. Nothing, just white people.
Yeah.
You know, the media gives them, you know, viewpoint there. So
that's the problem, isn't it?
It's horrible. I hate it.
So how do you think they're going to react?
I think they'll be all right. My mum's going to be better than my dad, I think.
Yeah.
But my dad, I think he's going to be more concerned, like I'm being forced into it or something.
Yeah, mine was similar. They thought of like, oh, well, you're being oppressed. Yeah. Why would you give up your Western free lifestyle for this?
And it's going to be really hard because I don't know whether to wear my scarf or not. I'm like, oh, I don't know. So... Yeah.
When I told my parents, I just did it in a very subtle way. I think if you're gentle with them and you sort of put the primer on first, as it were, do you know what I mean? Like primer before you put the top coat on, you know.
Every Muslim, basically, that I know is born into a Muslim family, whatever. And, you know, it's really nice meeting Reavers.
We're a species of our own, aren't we, love?
It's fantastic. You get the best of both worlds.
So what about marriage? Is there any marriage on the horizon?
Not at the moment.
Nobody in mind? Huh?
I have had some offers.
Oh, you've had some offers?
Yeah, but...
that doesn't surprise me at all.
No, not yet. Please.
You'll do it when you're ready, love.
Yeah.
How old are you? You're only young, aren't you?
I'm 19.
Oh, well then.
I've got plenty of time.
Plenty of time, lovey.
I'm really excited about this weekend as well, because it's like my first time fasting, and I'm like, yay!
Oh, yeah, it's your first Ramadan, isn't it? At what time is it? It must be nearly time for Maghrib.
Yeah.
Oh, we better go and pray then, haven't we? Should we just pray here?
Yeah, or do you want to get down that little bit down there?
See which direction we are. You know, to stand close together and everything. Allahu Akbar. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
We're going to look at the top stories this hour. Within the last few minutes, it's been confirmed the US has launched airstrikes on Afghanistan. The eastern town of Jalalabad has also been the target of US raids. The Taliban have responded with anti-aircraft fire.
Allah.
The US now dominates Afghan airspace after almost a week of fighting. In other news, the Home Secretary David Blunkett says he utterly condemns attacks on Muslims in Britain.
It's only 4 weeks since Amy became a Muslim. And as the bombing continues, I can't help thinking she couldn't have picked a worse time to convert. I want to know how she got into Islam.
I never really believed in God. I had a few friends who were Muslims, and I asked them for books so I could respect what they believed. And the more I learned, the more it was like common sense to me. So I just decided to convert to Islam, and I'm happy.
What was hard?
Walking into university with my hijab on the first day, that was hard because everybody was like, what's she done? What's she done? But yeah, because some of my friends did know about my interest in Islam, but not all of them. And that was quite interesting.
And how did you cope with it?
I just carried on as normal. I haven't changed. I'm still Amy.
What about your parents?
I haven't told them yet, but I'm going to tell them soon, inshallah. I think they'll be okay. It might be a bit of a shock to see me wearing a scarf to start off with, but after that I think they'll be all right.
Have you seen any of your family since you've become a Muslim?
I saw my brother the week after, and he came to visit me, and I took my scarf off then. I've got to admit, yeah, okay, might have not been good, but I took my scarf off while he came to see me. It was only for a few hours, but I felt I wasn't ready to tell him. As long as what's in my heart is right, then that's what matters, really. I think as soon as they see that I've not changed, they'll be all right. I hope. Please, Mum.
As a new Muslim, Amy's had to change her whole lifestyle, and that includes her wardrobe.
So where are we going, Amy?
We're going to Tyrak to look for some scarves. Usually I can find some I really like. Oh, we're going down here, aren't we?
Most people wear the sort of black ones, don't they?
I find them too boring.
So there sort of rules about what you can and can't wear?
See-through ones are not a good idea because they're like obviously showing your hair. I can't wear that because you can see straight through it. But it's really pretty. It's just a shame, but... And you're not allowed pictures either, like of animals, like dogs. No.
Do people comment on them?
Sometimes some comments I've had, it's like, oh, it's too bright, it makes it really pale, blah, blah, blah. But I think it's only people who can't, like, actually handle the fact that I am Muslim and I'm white as well.
Do you think that's harder for people to accept?
Well, being white and Muslim, I think so. Right. There we go. Have you got a mirror?
Yes, it's just one on the door.
Thanks.
Oh, is that your trick?
This is the trick. So that looks quite nice, don't you think?
Yeah, I do.
I like this colour, it's nice.
And how did you decide what style to wear?
I just copied my friends. Because I find, like, you know, some people, they put a pin there and then they take that bit up there like that. I can't do that, it's too complicated.
So what do you do?
I just put a pin, like a safety pin.
Did you worry about looking nice?
No, I don't care how I look. No. Can I have these, please? Thank you.
Taliban positions, specialist US forces.
It's Amy's first Ramadan, the month when Muslims fast between sunrise and sunset. Every evening she meets with the University Islamic Society to pray and then break her fast. As prayers get underway, we have a problem. Just like in a mosque, men and women are strictly segregated. So with men on our crew, we're not able to film Amy praying.
Have you asked some of the sisters that we said no?
They weren't happy with the guys going in the sisters' area. It wasn't about what we were filming.
Yeah, you can't do that either. So.
Could we pull the curtain aside and film from this side, just a shot of Amy?
Just a shot of Amy, yeah, I think we can...
I mean, the thing is, you go to lectures, everywhere you go, you have to mingle with men. But as soon as you come to the prayer room, everybody goes, oh no, gotta keep separate. So what do you do?
Do you find the logic of that aspect of the religion quite hard?
No, I don't find it hard. I think it's quite good in a way because it stops you doing like going and getting too close to men and like go and have sex and stuff like that. Because it leads to that. You get close to a guy. I mean, I've been there. You get friends with a guy. You start talking to him, get closer. You just end up, you know, doing something. And as like, you know, fornication is not allowed in Islam, then, you know, it's a good thing.
So you're not going to have sex between now and marriage?
No.
Does that make you want to get married quicker?
No. But it would be nice.
Blimey, and the take-home message is both these complexes have very different DD transition intensities. We come to the end of...
It's the end of university term for Amy, and her parents are picking her up. They still don't know she's a Muslim, but she's decided that today she'll break the news.
Well, my parents are coming down here, like 4 o'clock, to see me. I'm really stressing.
And then it told you if your granddad's coming?
No, they said my dad said, I might be granddad, so if my granddad's coming, I don't know if I should tell them or not.
Do you think they're going to be kind of shocked about it then?
I phoned my brother last night, right? And I was like, Dave, can I tell you something? I was crying my eyes out. My brother's great, though. And he's like, yeah, it's cool, don't worry about it. I'm just, like, scared they're going to ask, like, really awkward questions.
Haven't you got to, like, tell them not to get you Christmas presents then?
No, because I just take them as random 25th of December presents, because that's what I'm giving now. I've got Christmas presents for them as well.
So you don't mind if we buy you Christmas presents?
No, you're quite welcome. It should be alright, though. I hope.
The longer I know Amy, the harder it is to imagine her without her headscarf. I want to see the girl her parents expect to see. She invites me round to her flat to show me photos of the old Amy.
Hi, come in.
I like your stickers.
Yeah. This is my room. Is it in here? Oh, this is a good one. This is probably about 4 years ago.
Raunchy.
15.
Don't you miss going clubbing?
Yeah, but I just put my radio on and do it in my room.
Is it not allowed to go clubbing?
It's not allowed to be in places where there's alcohol and guys are like on the pool and not a good atmosphere. This is the guy I used to fancy.
It's a very well-handled photo.
Yeah. I don't know why I've still got it actually. I don't go for blondes anymore.
No blondes, thank you. Thank you.
Did you used to have boyfriends?
Oh, yeah.
You miss that?
No. Well, in a way, I miss the hugs, yeah, but that's it. But I get my hugs off my mates. I'll have that all when I get married anyway, won't I? This is when I went out for my birthday. That was the start of May.
Are there quite a lot of people back in your hometown who don't know you're a Muslim?
Yeah. Yeah, loads of them.
So it's quite a big time for you now, really, isn't it?
Yes.
Have you been worrying?
A bit, yeah. A lot. Yeah, about them coming, but it'll be alright. It'll work out. I'm sure it will. A bit scared.
Are you?
Yeah. It'll be alright. I wish they'd phone me actually, tell me they're on their way. Oh, they're going to be here in like half an hour, so.
Understandably, Amy wants to tell her parents in private. We agree to meet again when everyone's had time to think it through.
Good luck.
Okay.
Left Amy with one of the most difficult tasks converts are faced with, breaking the news to their parents. A week later I go to Amy's hometown in Wales to find out how it went. Her mum didn't want to talk about it, but her dad and brother agreed to meet me for a drink.
Pint of IPA, please, and lemonade. But it was my wife who told me. They went shopping, so I went for a walk, and when I got back to Amy's flat, she told me, you know. Thank you. I was a bit shocked to start with, but then, you know, when you
What did your wife say to you?
I think Andrew was a little embarrassed walking around Sainsbury's with Amy, wasn't she? She was, yeah, to be fair.
Because Amy had a scarf on?
Yeah.
Emily's probably the one who's took it the worst out of the family. She's always believed for women to be sort of independent, and she's always sort of, you know, tried to teach my sister that, and then, you know, without the understanding, just thinking that women are the ones that have got to stay at home, and that is a bit of a shock in that way.
I think it was the covering her head that really upset her the most, wasn't it?
Yeah. Why is that hard for us?
I don't understand it personally. The way my sister's explained it, it's like, you know, to wear the headscarf is to sort of keep you special for your sort of loved one. But I don't understand why a headscarf keeps you special in any way.
What about when you first saw her with the scarf?
It didn't bother me much at all. No, it didn't, no. She gave me a few books to read. I haven't read them all, I've only read a little bit. But I can see, you know, yeah, why she's done it, yeah. I mean, I think she's, because it's a complete way of life, isn't it, she's doing? And she seems very happy with just that complete way of life.
Do you think there was a side of her that was kind of like, didn't feel like she fitted in, and so was looking for a different path?
Yeah, you know, she never wanted to go out and, you know, get drunk and go to nightclubs and all that like her friends did, you know? And in that way then she never sort of fitted in, you know, and now she does, because she's got people around her that sort of do the same thing as she does, you know?
I suppose living in Pembrokeshire, she was a bit of a square peg in a round hole, wasn't she?
She comes across as a lot happier now than what she did when she was in school.
Yeah. Yeah, she does, yeah.
Islam answers a lot of questions that the social way of life around here doesn't answer for me. Everybody does the same thing. They just kind of go to the pub, get drunk, go club in, get drunk, go to the rugby, get drunk. That's what they do. I didn't want to go out to the pub. I didn't want to go and have, like, so much to drink that I couldn't remember what I was doing. And that's when people started to find me a bit strange, and I decided not to get along with people around here, really. And that's quite scary, because you think I'm alone. I'm the only person around here who's like this. If I can cope now, I can stick with it. I mean, I know I've been through the hardest part so far, which is telling my parents, you know, going out with my hijab on, going out round home. I know that's the hardest bit over and done with now. Nobody's forced me to do it. I've done it of my own free will. I'm a British Muslim. That's what I am. You know, I have my Islam and I have my British culture as well, you know. Good on England, good on Britain.